everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Bills. With that, let's send you up to Orchard Park in Western New York, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Taylor to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. This is McCoy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Taylor on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and run it in with a fullback Felton. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. And he fires one, but incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit for the Bills, led by Dan Carpenter. from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
It's Ryan Matthews. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up and make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Can't find anyone open. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills getting set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Taylor dancing to his left. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
On 2nd down, Taylor surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. He's going to let it go again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That was a nice run, a nice game there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, now look at Detroit! Detroit!
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, it's McCoy. And some room to maneuver. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll throw with Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Watkins alone on the left side. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Benny Logan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Bills call on the punt unit, and Colton Schmidt back deep is Darren Sproles. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now Wentz. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Kyle Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Again, it's McCoy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got time. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 53 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They come out here in the eye. It's a toss right. Ryan Matthews. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Ryan Matthews, touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Eagles have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he's got it up and through. Now another shot here at the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And here's Lewis. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Watkins alone on the left side. On third down, Taylor. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
He's going to air one out. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely-looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Flex round.
They come out here in the eye. Taylor. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And quickly they get to the line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think that...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 38 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. third down, still 14 yards left. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third and long, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They come out here in the eye. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wentz. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Wentz now on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Meeks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure that...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And as the referee is under the hood, and we're seeing this as well, he's watching the knee, isn't he?
Similar to a bang-bang play in baseball where you're listening to the sound of the ball hitting the glove at first base while watching the runner's foot hit the base. Which one came first? Did the knee hit the ground, or did the ball come loose? I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Finding time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans are the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Now a desperation. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time. Wentz to Matthews. 48 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
First down and goal to go from the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Bills. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 55 yards. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. No gain on the play there. Second down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And they'll lose a yard. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillislee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a pressure kick here for Dan Carpenter. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Carpenter knocks it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.